Hello everyone and a very warm welcome. In today's tutorial, we are going to find a perfect solution to archive emails using Power Automate. When I say a perfect solution, the output PDF should have a correct fidelity. We should make sure that the attachments have been managed correctly, and we should also comply to the PDFA standards or regulations. So without wasting any further time, let's get into the demo. So here, my friends, I'm into the Power Automate portal, and here I'm going to create a new flow. I'm going to create an automated flow such that when an email arrives, it's automatically converted into PDF and archived into my OneDrive folder. So I'll click on skip, and here I can select the Outlook connector. Okay, Outlook 365. So when an email arrives V3, for this particular action, what I want to configure is when there are attachments, go ahead and include them. So include attachments, yes. Because for the archival process, we need to make sure that the attachments are also included, right? So that is the first thing that I'll configure. Other than that, I can actually leave this action with default settings. Next, what I'm going to do, I need to export the email, including the attachments, such that I can convert it into a PDF A format. So to do that, I'm going to again use the Outlook connector action. So Outlook for 365. And here I will type in export. So the export email V2. To the export email V2, I need to pass in the message ID, which is the output of the when an email arrives V2 action. And that's pretty much it. Now we have the exported email. Next is very important. Very important because this is where the real magic will happen. Now, understand this. Today, email is a format, but 20 or 40 years from now, email might not be a format. What about attachments? Today, the attachments are created in Word 2016 or 19. After 20 years, do you think Word will exist? Might not. But we need to preserve the data. To preserve the data, we need to convert it into PDF. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and use the Muhimbi action. Okay, so I'll type in Muhimbi. And here I'm going to use the convert email to PDF action. Understand this. This action is very powerful. When I say very powerful, I mean it. So let's first start filling this action up. So here, my friends, it needs a source file name. So what I can do, I can just give it a message ID maybe, and I need to give it an extension. So the extension will be EML. Next, what I want to do, I want to give it the source file content. The source file content is the output of the export email action, that is the body. Now here is where we need to understand how the attachments are managed. So first and foremost, do we need to include attachments? Yes, we need to include attachments. What to do with the included attachments? Do you want to merge it as a PDF? Do you want to attach it as an PDF, or do you want to attach it as original? We are going to talk about each and every scenario in detail. Okay, but for now, understand this. This is how your attachment will be managed. Next, do you want your attachment summary in the PDF? For example, in the headers, do you want to have the attachment names included? If yes, then you can just leave it at default. What happens when there's an unsupported attachment? Should we break the conversion? Should we remove that attachment, or should we attach it as original? These are the options that Muhimbi provides. Understand this. This is very important, and this will help you create a better archival solution. Okay? So next, you can include filters. For example, only include attachments which are .txt or .docx. Similarly, you can also exclude attachments. For example, exclude Everything that is with .mp3 format, right? You don't want them, so exclude them. Viewport size will be paper. Then size. So what is the size of the converted PDF? You can have it letter, A2, A3, A4. If you want to specify A2, you need to specify it as custom here and then specify the custom page size, okay, in this particular tuple or this particular field. Page margins, what should be the margins? Then attachment errors, how to deal with attachments that have errors. Do you want to deal with them? So that's one thing. Then you have the minimum image size. For example, if you have few images in your body, right? For example, in your signature, you have a LinkedIn image. Do you want to include it as attachment? If you want to include it as attachment, then it should be above 150 pixels. Understand this. You should not include those. You should skip those because those will make your document confusing when somebody reviews it in the future. Then you have the offline mode. If you want to use the converter in the offline mode, then you can just use it. But as of now, you should leave it to no. Okay, this has dependent. If you have external resource dependency, only then you will say yes. Start page. Do you want to start at a specific page? Do you want to end at a specific page? The quality should be optimized for screen or optimized for print. And here, my friends, is where you can specify an override such that you can convert the document into a PDF-A format. I'm going to copy paste the override here. Don't worry. I'm going to point you to a link where I have got this override form. Okay, so understand this. I'm converting the document to a PDF A3B format. Right? Finally, I can say what happens when there's an error. So do you want to fail it? Yes. If there's an error, fail the conversion. Now that we have configured the convert action, the next thing would be to write the file back into your OneDrive or write the PDF file into your OneDrive. So I'll type in OneDrive and here I can say create file and here I can select a path or a folder. So I'll say root and save the file into archived PDFs. I can give it a name. So let's give it a unique name. So maybe we'll put in subject.pdf. You can create dynamic names as well. Understand that. Similarly, I'll say what the file content is. So it's processed file content. So finally, I will give my flow a meaningful name. Okay, so I'll give it a meaning. I'll name it perfect solution to archive emails using Power Automate. I'll save it. So now I need to test my flow. So to test my flow, I need to create an email. So what I'll do is that I'll click on test, I'll click on manual, and let's send an email and see if it works as expected. Okay, so perfect. I'm sending the email and let's see if the email arrives to my inbox. So let me open my Outlook out here. Okay, so the email has arrived and the email looks like this. It has 2 attachments and it has a WordPress receipt. Okay, so after a few seconds, this should trigger and we should have an PDF in the archived folder. So let's wait. If you see here, my friends, my flow is running. That's good. And the flow has completed. So if I refresh this now, you see I have an email. I have a PDF in my folder. Okay, let me open the PDF and let me show you the output. So I'll open it in a viewer. And here, my friends, it has the email. And it has the attachments as well. If you see, the attachments are merged, both the PowerPoint and the document. If I download it onto my local computer, and if I try to open it in a PDF viewer, you see that this claims to be a PDF-A standard document. I'll also prove this to you that it's a valid PDF-A after doing some more tests. Okay, now that we have seen the first run, let's go ahead and look at the other scenarios. So I'll go into my Power Automate, and what I'll do is that I'll first remove the override and let's look at the other scenarios. So first scenario that we looked was default, which is merge. The next scenario, I want to attach the document as a PDF. Understand this, PDF is acting as a container. That is, the source document and the attachments will be attached within the PDF itself. Let me actually go to the create action and it's attach PDF. So that's good. Let me save it and let me try and test it. Okay. So I'll click on test and I'll run from a previous run. Let's see how does it come out. So recently I was talking to one of my colleagues who recently went to a PDF-A conference, and he told me that there were a lot of talks about PDF being a container to store complex document type. And here, my friends, this is one of the example that I'm going ahead and showing you. So attach PDF, the name is here. Let me download it and let me show you how the PDF actually looks like. Okay, so I'll open it and I'll click on attachments. So here, my friends, this is the email. And within the email, there are two attachments. If I click on the attachment, this is a Word document being converted to PDF. This is a PowerPoint presentation being converted into a PDF. Isn't this awesome? Your PDF now acts as a container for attachments, right? So let me close it. Let us go to the next scenario. Now, the container is there, right? The PDF, but I want to keep the documents original. How do I do it? In the attachment action, you say attach original. Now, when I say that, I'll just go and rename the create action such that the output file will be named attach original. So let's see how does this come out as. So I'll click on test and it's running. So within few seconds, we should have a PDF. And within the PDF, the attachments should be in the same format. So I'll go back here. I'll click on refresh. You see attach original. I'll download it. And if I go to attachments, you see, my friends, the attachment is in the format of docx and PowerPoint, that is PPT. So isn't this awesome? Now, that being said, we have a final scenario which I want to go ahead and demonstrate. And let me first download this document and let me copy it onto a server. I'm on a server. It says that it is a PDF-A, but do we trust it? To trust it, we need something documented. So I'm going to use Adobe and I'm going to do a pre-flight test. If you remember, we were converting the document to PDF A-3B. And we want to verify its compliance. So as soon as I click on verify, here, my friends, you see, there are no problems and it is compliant. So the Muhimbi PDF converter also creates documents which are compliant. Understand this? This is the first document that we converted in which the attachments were merged. So that is pretty much it. I hope this session or this demo was beneficial. And here, my friends, you have a perfect solution to archive emails to PDF. Thank you. Have a great day and bye-bye.